just wanted to have like clear path and in terms of like picking profitable niches,
Mm-hmm.
uh, your pricing method. Because it seems like you really do know what you're talking about, and I've seen like testimonials and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like yeah, this is definitely one of the best opportunities I can have to really you can really pretty much. I'm not like brand new, but you can really treat me as a uh, experienced person who wants to start it all over again. And
Okay, cool.
yeah,
So I'm guessing you have some testimonials already or experience. You have experience
uh,
definitely, but do you have any testimonials
I do
from
not have any testimonies. I lost them all.
you lost them? Okay, yeah, that's a bummer.
I mean, it's probably the best to have testimony, right?
It's not the best. I always say testimonials are like sprinkles to ice cream or like icing on the cake.
Yeah,
They're
right.
it's great. It's makes it better. But if you don't have a cake, then you're not just gonna eat plain ice cream. It's not gonna be the thing that convinces the person to work with you. It's the
Yeah,
cake or it's like the vanilla ice cream or whatever kind of ice cream you like. That's what's gonna convince the client to work with you, not the testimonials. So it's not important. But I was just wondering, since you had one or two clients before in the past,
yeah.
one
I
two
mean,
things.
I think I saw somewhere, but like someone said, like, "Oh, thanks for the testimonial you gave me, Aaron." Like, do you actually like maybe give out like like I say white label testimonials?
I I don't, and I don't recommend because I think of it this way: if you're buying something, if you're
Yeah,
buying a service, like if
yeah,
you're buying like let's say for this service, right?
yeah.
You bought it, and then you later learned that, or during the call, like you later learned that, hey, I didn't really generate those testimonials. I just
Oh,
stole them from someone else, and
yeah,
just said it was me, or said it was me, and then now we're on this call, you'd feel ripped off or something like that, right? So I wouldn't really do it. If you do it, I know that is a strategy. You have to really just preface saying that, hey, I didn't generate these testimonials, but I
yeah,
do know how to get the same results
yeah,
that this testimonial has brought me. So I don't
yeah.
give out testimonials. I don't know who
Oh,
said that, but I really don't recommend you take someone else's
yeah.
testimonial
No, no, I would
and
never.
like
That's it. That's
say it,
illegal.
say it your own. If you do that, I mean, it is a strategy, and I know some people do that. You
Yeah.
really just have to be honest and straightforward
Uh-huh.
and be like,
Right.
I know how to generate the results that they got in this testimonial because you most likely do, but
Hmm.
um, I I didn't generate these results myself. This was another company. This was another prospect. I didn't do
Right.
it, but I know how to get you those same results.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's pretty much what the story when it comes to using other people's testimonial, and of course, make
Right.
sure you have permission or something like that. Um,
Definitely.
I mean, it's fine if you want to, if you have like, if you see someone else's case study and say, hey, I didn't generate these results. X company did this, and this is how they did it. And if you walk the client through the case study, that's a value. That's value right there.
Hmm.
Even though you didn't get them the results, you're explaining to the client how this client was able to get them the results. So that also does show what you are doing. But
Hmm.
overall, testimonials aren't the most important thing. It does help. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It does help,
Hmm.
but it's your overall value exchange and
Right.
what you're offering to the customer and
Hmm.
your blueprint to get them there.
Definitely.
Hmm.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I don't really mind about testimony. I read I had my own too. Just asking.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, I guess, um, I need help from picking the niche first. I guess.
Okay, yeah. So, what kind of things are you interested in?
Um, I definitely want to. work on local. I guess local is the easiest. I know there's other stuff, but maybe it's debatable. Um, what do you recommend? What niches do you recommend?
Yeah. So the very first thing is I want to talk about what I don't recommend. Because this is what a lot of people, when I first started falling into, is dentists and chiropractors, because they are the most saturated niche that there
Right.
is. So when you're just starting out, um, why would you go after the niche which has a lot of the competition when
Definitely.
you could go after niches which all niches are going to be competitive and quote unquote saturated, but
Mm-hmm.
those two niches, they're always going to be there's so there's so many people trying for them, because
Right.
most courses and most examples they use dentists or chiropractors as an example.
Mm-hmm.
So people are lazy. It's like, oh, I already have all these examples and templates for them, let me just go
Mm-hmm.
after dentists and chiropractors. Don't get me wrong, you could still go after them, and you could probably get your first client. Maybe you know a dentist, or maybe you're willing to make double the cold calls to do it, but
Yeah.
um it's still possible to get them, but it's just a lot harder overall because everyone else is doing it because they get the templates. People, this is I'm a victim of this. I got the templates from this course. I was lazy. I'm like, okay, let me just go after dentists, and then I
Yeah.
didn't realize how saturated it really was. But
Right.
I would say, just whatever you're more interested in that can make, a high return. So, you like contractors, like anything in that space is a good niche to
Mm-hmm.
go after. Um,
Contractors.
yeah, so like you modelers or electricians, all those are that's a good space to go after because they make a decent profit. Roofers as well. Roofers, I think, is like getting to be a little bit more saturated because I see a lot of people going after them. But I've still been able to, even when I was starting out, I was able to generate appointments with roofers, and it wasn't too difficult. So I think roofers or anything in the contracting niche is a good one to go after. Um, l- Lawyers, I don't have any really much experience with that niche, but I know a lot of people have been able to have good success, getting lawyers as clients,
Mm-hmm.
because they need marketing and you can charge them really a high price for it. But just note
Right.
that their marketing is very expensive, so
Mm-hmm.
you want to make sure that you at least know how to generate some results from them.
Right.
So those are two like good overall areas you can go after.
Contractors and lawyers. Okay.
Yeah, and if you're into health and fitness, you can go to like gyms or like not like like big box gyms, but like local like gyms that charge like
Right.
maybe like $50 per membership or something like that, or like
Uh-huh.
high end gyms, something like that, or massage spas and something like that. Car, the a really good niche is the automotive niche. I see,
Automotive.
yeah, because everyone needs a car, and those like car sales can make a really good profit very
Mm-hmm.
very fast for the business. What
Mm-hmm.
from when I think of a niche, especially, do you plan on running Facebook ads or Google ads, SEO? What's your service?
I think I'm gonna go for Facebook. I think the
Facebook ads?
Facebook ads are
Yeah.
pretty damn
So
good.
solar is also a good niche for
Mm-hmm.
that, because solar's kind of still has that like newness to it, and there's a lot of benefits to the person. So I think I was talking about it the other day with someone else, but solar can work really well with Facebook ads.
Right.
Um, but all the other niches they can work with Facebook ads too. What's my train of thought? But I was talking about gyms, and then
Yeah.
uh, like anything in the health industry. But oh, when it comes to choosing a good niche, pretty much you want to make sure that their profit can pay for your ad spend and
Right.
your marketing fee, of course. But what a lot of people do, or what a lot of people teach, which I don't really like, is
Mhm.
they base it off the person's revenue. So, for
Right.
example, if you're going after, let's say, a solar client, and then the solar client, I think it's like $20,000 for a solar job.
Hmm.
People will be like, "Oh, you're gonna make 10 extra money." Well,
Yeah.
no, because they still have to pay for, the workers, the supplies, and all that stuff.
Hmm.
So you have to figure out what's their profit margin. The profit
Right.
margin's still probably like 10 to 12%. That's what it is for most contractors. Um, so they're still making like $2,000 or $3,000 from
Right.
that, and that's still really good. And you can still charge, whatever, and it's like to make a profit, and that's just one customer.
Hmm.
But um, you just have to make sure that, because I see, like, if you're gonna go after a restaurant, charge them $3,000 a month, but they only make $10 per customer. It makes no sense for them, even if,
Oh yeah.
let's say, the revenue they can bring in is like $5,000 from all the heads you bring
Right.
in, but if they only make $500 because of that, there's no real
Hmm.
point. So you want to make
Yeah.
sure that the profit that they make can help pretty much pay for your ad spend. And another quick tip with choosing a niche is the
Hmm.
lower the expense it is for the person to buy the service, the easier it is to get results. And the easier it is to get results, the more likely you have to keep the client, make them happy, et cetera, et cetera. So if you go after like a very like high price niche, like anything with the contractors, like remodeling, roofing, and all that stuff, the results are slightly harder to get for these niches because the price point is so high. But it is possible, and you don't have to get them too many results. So like if you get them 5 leads, if one of them
Right.
sells, they've already paid for the marketing plus made some ad spend if you priced it correctly.
Right.
Or whether if you work for a restaurant, of course everyone needs to eat and everyone always loves to get good food. You can get them a lot of results overall, and then you can make them a profit pretty fast. So I know I was on a little bit of a tangent, but pretty much you want to choose a niche that, though I just gave you some examples of good niches to go after, and
Yeah.
there's so many more that you could go after too. But you just want to choose one that that you like and that you agree with. So like if you don't agree with the philosophy of that niche, you're not going to really care. You're not going to want to get the results, and then just subconsciously, it's just not going to be a good time. And two, just make sure that the profit that they make from one or two sales from customers can cover pretty much your expenses. Because if
Yeah.
it doesn't, it makes no sense. That's like me saying,
I'm gonna make you $3,000, but it's gonna cost me $5,000. Like,
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
It makes absolutely no sense because your
So
job is
I
to make
have
the money.
okay. So I guess if I'm gonna offer service for the price, I have to think. I have to be that person's point of view. See if it's
Exact, exactly. Because I know a lot of people say, "Yo, charge 1,000, 2,000, three
yeah,
thousand dollars," because that's just it's like the thumbnail that just gets people's attention to click or like watch their video. um,
yeah,
you have to make sure that it's reasonable for the business as well, and sometimes it is reasonable for the business to pay that much because if they can make $5,000, then from just one potential sale, of course, it's a no brainer to take the chance, pay $1,000, and
right.
work with you. So
Okay, so niches. What niche do you work on then?
I'm still in the contracting niche a little bit. So I have an electrician and a remodeler client right now, and I want to focus more on the home care agency niche because I've had very great and consistent success with that niche. So I'm starting to develop messages and scripts for me to, go after that niche more. I really want to double down on that because I like that niche. Like out of all the niches I've gotten clients for or gotten results. Although I'm starting to like the electrician because the results are really good. But otherwise, like home care, and I just like the idea because I'm a scientist for the most part, so I'm into
Oh,
health and all that fun stuff too. So
oh, what do you study?
I study biochemistry.
I
Um,
can. Whoa, shit.
no, yeah. So I'm into like the science and like body and health and stuff. So that's the niche I'm like
Okay.
consistently like messaging or calling to try to get more clients in that niche. But from my YouTube channel or like
Yeah.
from other sources of giving value, I do get requests from like other niches. So I'm not gonna like turn it down
Right.
right
Of
now.
course.
But that's like the niche that I am like focusing on. So yeah, that's what I'm going after.
So I mean, you're making the videos about like SMMA and try to help people out how to do SMMA, but you
Mhm.
actually get emails and requests from actual companies want you to run.
Yeah, because I do make some videos about how to run Google ads or how to run
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Facebook ads. So
Definitely.
that's, I mean, I would say that's like around like 30% of my video. Like most of my videos is
Yeah,
helping people grow with
yeah,
SMMA. And I thought that would turn off companies, but I think it's
yeah,
like they don't really care or they don't
yeah. They don't really
mind.
care as long as you
They
know what you're
just,
doing.
yeah, they just watch the Google ads or the Facebook ads video. Um, and then they like that, and then they reach out to me, and
Are they like high quality, or do they have like actual money, or
no, they
actual,
do.
or they
No,
like?
they
Oh,
do.
they do.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So it's another way to get clients. Obviously, like giving value to people, but
Yeah.
it's not the fastest way
No,
because
no, I wouldn't. I don't think I can do this.
because like yeah, A, you have to put yourself out there a lot, and
Yeah,
B, it took me a couple years to get to this point of
yeah.
having not even like a lot of subscribers, but like
Mhm.
having a lot of videos now on my channel. Like you can't just post one video and be like, oh yeah, I'm done, and then
Yeah,
like expect clients to start be calling you. But yeah, it just helps because you've already established that value. You're already established yourself as the authority. So when they come to you, they may have a couple questions, but it's there's no doubt in their mind that you could get them good results. And that's pretty much that's one of the main humps when it comes to selling clients is since they don't really know who you are, they're not sure if you can actually fulfill the promises that you make or that you claim that you can do. Because after talking with, many sales calls, many discovery calls,
right.
the one of the biggest things is that like marketing companies today, even like big ones, like if I don't know if you've watched one of my live discovery calls, it was actually insane. He spent like 50K on this marketing company, this big
Shit.
marketing company, and they weren't able to generate like almost any leads. And
Oh,
I was like flabbergasted. And knowing I was just like, are you serious? Like you spent that much and you like maybe generate like 3 or
50K.
4 leads. It's like
Yeah,
not even. So yeah, so there's a lot of that sense behind it. So they're really like, who should I trust? And that's why it's good to establish value up front beforehand, like whether it's through like an ebook, VSL, or a radio sales letter, or
yeah,
an audit. So that way they know that you're the guy that they can trust and you can go after. They can go after. Um, but yeah, it was insane. I mean, I'm sure that the business maybe their business was able to generate leads, but they weren't able to close because that's another problem. So there's many different. I don't know the full story behind it, but it doesn't matter what the full story is. It's the customer's perception,
right.
and that's what we have to work with. We can't work on what were the semantics, what were the details. It's like what does the customer think of marketing
Mhm.
companies for the most part, and how could we ease that thinking? So yeah.
Right. Okay. Um, you know what? The contractor sounds really good as
Hmm.
a niche. Let's say if
Yeah.
I wanted to go, I think I might want to try the electrician since
Okay.
you uh, uh, really think this is pretty good niche. Um, how much do you charge for this type of niche? Like $2,000 a month or $1,500 a month?
Yeah. So I when it was like a new niche to me,
Yeah.
I actually don't charge that much to the client because I rather because I'm still trying to like upgrade and learn with Google Ads. So I can so
Right.
I've charged anywhere between like $500 to $2,000 a month for clients depending on the niche. After I gave this electrician an audit and all that stuff, um, I would rather get a testimonial, especially when it comes to a
Right.
new niche, and get them good results than
Hmm.
make a high profit. Because the money is great, don't get me wrong, but nothing's more fulfilling than hearing your customers say you've helped me grow my business or like you've
Right.
helped me make some money. Like that to me is more fulfilling than
Right.
making like $3,000 from one client. So for this month, just to like trial it out, I only charged them like 500 her him and her. I think they're a married couple, like $500, just to like get the feel for it, just to set up the campaign and set up the results. So that way I can go to other electricians and be like, hey, I was able to generate these results for another electrician. Then I would definitely charge more, maybe like
Yeah.
$750 or $1,000 a month, because electricians, especially uh, with what they were selling from what I was asking, it's not like they make like thousands upon thousands of dollars unless they probably do like an installation. But like if they're doing like repairs and all that stuff, they're only making like maybe 200, $100 a job.
Hmm.
So you have to keep that in mind as well. I mean, I'm sure if they do like emergency services, that's
Hmm.
a different story, but and it's like different price in different areas. But it was more like let me get the experience and make some money in the process as well, obviously. But you know, just charge like $500, and then now I can go to other electricians and be like, hey, I was able to get these results, and I can definitely charge more for that,
And do
depending
you
on their
use a
budget. So
Google Ad?
I use Google Ads for electricians. Um, because
Because
if you need a repair, sorry, I'm scratching my head a lot. If you need a
yeah.
repair, you're most likely to search on Google for it. However, if I can see it working for electricians if they want an installation, especially for like smart devices, because if I saw that on my Facebook feed and I had a house, I would be interested in it if they could frame it in the right way. So so yeah, like if you want to work for electricians, you do Facebook ads with them. I would say smart devices, or like I wouldn't try to promote repairs and stuff. I would try to promote installations of like cool services. So like transform your home into a smart home, and for like $0 down if that's even possible. So yeah, something like that. I mean, obviously, you're gonna have to do more research and do your own research about that and stuff. So, yeah, that's pretty much how I charge, especially with Google Ads. It's very, um, once you set it up and you set up the right way,